Apex Legends is getting a new map called Olympus. It's a floating city over the planet Samathi. And these are some important things you're going to want to know when you get out on Season 7 to play Apex Legends. Olympus is an abandoned city that has a lot of connection to some of the legends. But the important things you want to know about this map is that there's a lot of ways you can travel around the map. The most notable is the Rift. It's this big orb that you see on the map. This used to be a research facility. There's 3 main camps inside the Rift where you can loot and get all the things you need, and there's an unstable rift in the middle. If you actually get close to it, you get sucked into it through its gravitational pull and get pushed through the phase runner spine to the center of the map where there's more loot.
Shooting at me. A wee spot of bother. Me and you are down. Only you and me left.
The phase runner is an industrial-sized portal that connects 3 areas on the map, one of those being the Rift. This is an always-on portal. The difference between Raid's portal and the phase runner is that you can take ring damage. There's also now a vehicle called the Trident. It's a squad-based 3-player vehicle. In order to use it, you have to be on the same team to use it. There's never going to be a case where an enemy could be driving the vehicle and you could hop onto the vehicle. It needs to be all on the same team. The Trident is more of a rotation tool. It can't be used as a weapon to drive over players, but it's also got a boost to help you get around the map much quicker, and that boost actually has a cooldown, so you can't be spamming it to get around the map as fast as you can. One of the features about the Trident is that it's a meaty vehicle, so an enemy can actually shoot the vehicle, and that distributes the damage to all players on board, or you could go for individual damage by shooting a specific player to do that damage to them. The vehicle can't be blown up. This was a design intention to prevent them from being all removed from the map so people can travel around the map. But there is a way to actually blow it up if you drive off the map, where the players will be launched in the air, so nobody actually dies with it if somebody isn't a really good driver. And I will say the vehicle is kind of hard to maneuver. It takes a little bit of practice to get used to because it has a lot of drifting in any direction. Granted, it is a floating vehicle, so it makes sense. And there's some interesting tricks you can do. So if you have an Arc Star or Watson's Fence, you can disable the vehicle. A really fun thing about the Trident is that characters can use their abilities on the Trident. For example, Rampart's turret. You can place this on the front or the back. You can also put Caustic's traps on it for, I guess, the memes, to drive around as a gas vehicle. But you'd have to kind of stop on the enemy to do some damage to them. And if you want it to be a shielded vehicle, you could put Gibraltar's shield on it to protect the vehicle. There's also Octane's jump pad that you can use, and when the Trident drives over it, it actually launches it into the air. There's some things you should know about the Trident though. There's limited radius for how far you can turn. For example, if you are a person sitting on one of the sides on the left or the right, you can only look to the side that you're on, and you can't look around in a full 360. Personally, I would have liked it that you could have looked around if you're on one of the sides of the vehicles. I don't see what's limiting a character hanging off the side of a vehicle to look around. And the same applies to the turret. It has limited radius. You can only have, I think it's like a 45-degree angle on both sides, so you really can't look around in a full 360. Again, I'd like it to be a full 360. And the last thing you got to know about that turret is it depends on the vehicle's movement, so it's going to affect your aim. For example, if you are aiming at a target and the vehicle is moving, your aim is going to be moved away. So in other games I've played where there's a turret on a vehicle, your aim isn't affected by the vehicle's movement. It's independent of that. I would have liked that to happen in this game. So just keep that in mind. You're going to probably want to keep the vehicle stationary if you're going to want to take out an opponent. It's a little bit of mixing and matching and practice to get it down. I got one. The other thing is, you'll probably notice on the map as you're driving around or running around, there's no boundaries. But when you get in the vehicle, you notice there's boundaries. I think these boundaries are put into place to prevent you from just driving off the map, so you know if you're going to fall off the map if you're driving the Trident. The other thing is, this map comes with everything we've seen in previous seasons applied to it, and there's a new character that we're going to see. I don't want to spoil everything, so definitely get on into Apex Legends Season 7 to check out the rest and have some fun. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do drop a like on it. And let me know in the comments what you're really excited for and looking forward to in Apex Legends.